Have a good day everyone. For today's video, we will talk about freshwater ecosystem. But first, what is freshwater ecosystem? Freshwater ecosystem defined as low salt content making a suitable environment for various plants and animals, classified as lotic, wash, lantic, calm, and wetland. Lotic source zone, while Lantic has three zones: standing water, lakes, ponds. Life of organism depends on life. Types of freshwater habitats: Lantic, standing water or Lantic, calm ecosystem, lakes and ponds. Lothic, running water or Lothic, wash ecosystem, spring, streams and river. While wetlands where water level fluctuates up and down, often seasonally as well as annually, marshes and swamps. Groundwater, although a large freshwater habitat reservoir, but it does not contain life, that's why it's not considered as ecosystem.
Low-tech ecosystem. Low-tech ecosystem. A natural system provides a variety of habitats for many species or aquatic plants and animals. The in-stream habitats provide the areas for feeding, resting, and reproduction and generally support a great diversity of organisms. Examples include rivers, streams, brooks, creeks, human-made channels. So here are the examples of pictures of brooks, river, streams, spring. Low-tech ecosystems, flowing water, moving continuously in one direction. Headwaters, where the river or stream begin. Rivers are created in two ways. Number one, snowmelt. Two is spring that come from underground. Creation of rivers. Watershed, an area of land that water flows across through or under on its way to a stream, river, lake, ocean, or other body of water. Tributaries, all the creeks and streams that feed into the river to create it. Part of a river. So drainage divide separates one watershed from another. This is the picture. Source, snowpack, glaciers, springs, headwater streams. So this is the arrow. Tributary, small creek or river that runs into a larger one. So this is the arrow. Mouth empties into lake or ocean, often forms a delta with extensive wetland. So the arrow is. Next, here is the example picture. Divide sub-basin. So tributaries. Divide hill slope, valley, groundwater. So next, divide tributary, watershed. Rivers as ecosystem. Nutrients in the water are determined by the terrain and vegetation of the land in which the river flows through. Oxygen in water depends on swiftness of river and temp. No stable plankton communities. The base of food chain is algae and rooted plants. River zones. Upper reaches, very fast water, rapids and clear, cold water with a lot of oxygen. Erosion zone. Number 2, middle reaches, more pools and more diversity of plants and animals. Rooted plants development near shoreline. So this is the upper reaches, fast moving, clear and cold water. So here is the picture of middle reaches, wider some slow areas with rooted plants. Lower reaches, gentle steady flow, bottom cover in mud, environment like that of a pond. Sediment deposition zone. So here is the picture of low reaches, slow moving slip deposited.
Atlantic ecosystem has three zones. Lateral zone or contain root vegetation along shore, open water dominated by planktons, also known as limnatic zone. Frontal zone, a deep water zone containing only heterotrophs. In temperate region, lakes often become thermally stratified during summer and again in winter. Stratification layers, warm water or epithelium, rapid temperature change, thermocline, cold water or hyperlemion. What is the function of lentic ecosystem? Eutrophication, or also known as nutrient enhancement. The nitrogen and phosphorus, these nutrients cause increase of phytoplanktons. Phytoplanktons grows on seagrass. Algae bloom, die, and decay. Lose food, habitat, and oxygen production. Freshwater wetlands. It is defined as area covered by shallow freshwater for at least part of annual cycle. Accordingly, wetland soils are saturated with water continually or part of a year. The key factor that determines is the productivity and species composition of the wetland community is hydroperiod. River wetlands. Located in a low-lying depression and floodplains associated with rivers. Lacustrine wetland, associated with lakes, ponds, or dam river channels. They are vertically flooded with these deeper bodies of water overflow. Palustrine wetland include marshes, bogs, fens, wet prairies. Freshwater wetland. Rice culture is one of the most productive and dependable of agriculture system yet devised by humans. It is a freshwater marshes ecosystem. The flooding, draining, and careful rebuilding of a rice paddy each year of the rice plant. The flooding process is similar to hydro period, duration, frequency, and depth of the natural wetlands. Forest wetland, swamp, and floodplains occur when river bottoms often intermix with marshes, especially where large rivers cross coastal plains. They are also found in large depressions, lime, sink, and other low-lying areas that are flooded at least some of the time. As with marshes, hydrology plays a major role in determining species composition and productivity. This is a bald cypress and the water tupelo. The knee of bald cypress tree conduct air from atmosphere to root when swamp is flooded and the waterlogged sediment contain little of free oxygen The greatest productivity occurs when the soil surface is flooded in winter or spring and relatively dry during most of the growing season. Conclusion. Freshwater ecosystems are a very important part of our Earth ecosystem as they provide water and various purpose and use. They also help domestic and terrestrial ecosystems to survive and keep this kind of ecosystem alive in nature. Ecosystems of freshwater are very less on our Earth. They occupied 1% total water percent on Earth which support the more than 7 billion human population and thousands of species present on Earth. So it is important to keep freshwater ecosystem safe from other systems as it is a life for other ecosystem. That's the freshwater ecosystem all about and that is our video. Thank you.